Gonna try to get in a quick Sunday video. I usually don't do these on Sundays, but I might start now that I got a new job. Um, we're just gonna talk about a couple few things. I'm trying to keep my topics away from some of the other content creators' topics as much, but I don't listen. I know there's a lot of content creators out there, and I don't listen to them all. I only listen to like two, so maybe three. So we're gonna probably mesh with some people and probably, go head to head with some people and probably not talk about the same things that other people are talking about entirely. Anyway, OTAs is this coming week, so we're actually getting back into regular football. That's kind of exciting. I sure miss the old days, but one of the days are, going to be beneficial for these guys. Get to see what the rookies do. I'm really curious. Like Michael Williams, like we talked about last week, our edge rushers, our guys that were hurt last year. And I mean, everybody, not just the rookies. I'm really curious to see if they are going to get any practice or if we're going to just have kind of everybody that we brought in to do, that was just recently, if they're going to be the only ones on the field, if it's just going to be the rookies or if we're actually going to have a healthy team out there. It's pretty exciting. Actually, I think 2026 is going to be a fun year to watch. We will obviously see over the next few months, but OTA starts in 2 days. Brandon Ayuk is a hot topic. Is he going to be there? I don't know. I doubt it, but all signs don't really point anywhere. I think it'd be hilarious if he showed up. The Niners, I think, would owe him money if he showed up. I don't know the insider biz on that. I just know that once upon a time he was a pretty good player. They must not have liked the contract after he got injured. Everybody just speaks from speculation, I believe, about this because there's not really a lot of inside truthful information. But anyway, we're going to see if he shows up or not. I doubt it, but it would be awesome. It would be awesome. Show up in his red shorts, dude. See what Kyle says then. My real worry is the guy actually going through something? Is he having issues at home? Is he, really in a safe environment? Does he want to play football or is he having mental issues? Hello, guys that are in here. I appreciate you. Anyway, let's get off of Brandon Ayuk a little bit. I really do wish the best for the guy, but, it's kind of old news. So my biggest thing this year that I'm looking at, there's a lot of things to look at, but Curtis Rourke, I think, is really going to be a good quarterback. He's like 6'3", 220. Really awesome guy. Seems to be moving around well in the backfield with everything that I've seen so far. So, Curtis Rourke, I would love to see him in the preseason. That would just be awesome. I know we got Mac Jones and I know we got Brock Purdy, but can we get Curtis Rourke to start a few games this offseason or this preseason? That would be amazing. We already know what Matt can do. We already know what Brock can do. Let's see what Curtis Rourke can do. Again, everybody that's in the chat, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it all. Appreciate everybody here. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Now, my other question after Curtis Rourke is, why don't we have more tight ends? We have Tonjes, we have Kittle. I don't even think we have a third one right now, at least not on our actual roster. Why is that? Who the Rams have five tight ends on their roster, at least last year they did, and they just got more. They're probably going to have more on their roster this year. But one of the biggest things that's being talked about right now is the quarterback rankings. I went through a couple of the big rankings, and it seems a lot of them are not all the same. So I went with YouTube Sports on this one, or not YouTube, Yahoo Sports on this one. Sorry, guys. Their top 10 We're going to go through it after the fact. I'm just going to name it, but their top 10 is Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Jalen Hurts, Drake May. I don't know about that list. I mean, the top four, or even let's go top three: Josh Allen, Mahomes, Joe Burrow. Is Joe Burrow really a top three? I mean, he's an amazing player, but how much time has he had on the field in the last 3-4 years? I mean, I guess it was 4 years ago they were in the Super Bowl, I think. Um, it seems like the guy's always injured. If you're always injured, if you're not on the field, does that really make you a top 10 quarterback? I mean, athletically, yeah, but the guy can't seem to get out of his own way sometimes. So, I mean, I love Joe Burrow. I would love to have him over Brock Purdy on our team. I would be jumping up and down for joy if we had Joe Burrow. But at the same time, I'm still not going to rank him at number 3, I don't think, with all the injuries that he's had. Josh Allen, I believe, is number 1 over Mahomes, just as far as athletic capability and the arm and everything. But Mahomes obviously has the championships. He has the rings. He's had the teams and he's had the coach. I don't know, that Josh Allen has had the coach. I don't know if he's had the teams. I really think his downfall actually was his coach for the last 10 years. I don't even know who they have coaching the team this year, but it should be a better year for him. Now, Lamar Jackson, he just signed another contract. He's good. He's good. I don't know, again, if I would put him at 4. I mean, maybe 5 or 6. I don't know if I'd put him at 4. And again, I don't know who I'm telling you I'd rank above him either. Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's great. He seems like he's always great. He's getting old. I mean, we all get old, right? Steve Young got old. Joe Montana got old. Didn't mean that they were great. Tom Brady's old. He'd probably still play today, but he's old. Jaden Daniels being ranked at number 5. I don't see why or how you could justify it. I really don't. Jaden Daniels just does not seem like he's proven anything to be at number 5 for me yet. I mean, I love the kid. He seems to be all over the field. He seems to be very athletic. But number 5 out of 32 quarterbacks, I don't see. Jordan Love at 7, I don't see. Matthew Stafford was at 6. Again, I could put him higher than that. But Jordan Love at 7, I don't see that either. Now, CJ Stroud at 8, again, I don't know where we're going when we have Jalen Hurts at 9. I'm not a fan of Jalen Hurts, but he has a ring. I don't know how you could put Jalen Hurts behind Jordan Love or CJ Stroud. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then them rating Drake May at number 10. I mean, wasn't this last year, his rookie year? Didn't he? I mean, he made it to the Super Bowl, and then that's awesome. They lost. But I really didn't watch a lot of him because he's a Patriot, and I'm a Niner fan. And it seemed like the same time that they were playing, we were playing. And as much as I try to stay up on everybody playing, sometimes you just can't watch all 16 games a week. I usually watch 10 or 11, try my best. But who's not on this list that you guys think should be there? I mean, I think Baker Mayfield is probably a top 10. I don't know if I would rate Goff as a top 10, but there's some guys out there that are still pretty good that aren't on this list. There's also a bunch of guys out there that are new. Is Kirk Cousins a 10? Probably not. But was he a 10 5 years ago? Probably not. Is he a 10 this year with all the rookie quarterbacks and all the youngsters that are out there? Do you guys think Brock Purdy's a top 10 quarterback? By stats, Brock Purdy is a top 10 quarterback. By stats, he's up there. By the eye test, I think he kind of fails a lot. I don't think that, if you're going by actually watching the game and you watch how he tries to get out of trouble, tries to, scramble, get out of the pocket. Like I think a lot of the reason that he wants to scramble and get out of the pocket is because he can't see downfield. So that's kind of a problem. So if he's not actually able to see the field, probably gonna have a tough time no matter what. If he's scrambling because he's feeling pressure, he's probably gonna have a tough time no matter what. So I don't think that he's excellent. He can complete some amazing plays at times, but what where is Brock Purdy elite? Um, Out of all these quarterbacks, who do you trust in big games? Would you trust Brock Purdy over Josh Allen or Mahomes or Lamar or Burrow? I mean, I wouldn't, but would I trust Brock Purdy over Jordan Love? Maybe. Would I trust him over Jaden Daniels? Probably not. Would I trust him over CJ Stroud? Probably not. I mean, most of these guys are probably ranked above him. Drake May, I don't know if Drake May's actually played enough for me to say that he's better than Brock Purdy, but Brock Purdy's not in the rated top 10. Now, he is on this up and coming list. Jaden Daniels is on this up and coming list. Drake May's on this up and coming list. Caleb Williams is on this up and coming list. Caleb Williams has gone off and done some good things. And at the same time, there's been other games where he doesn't look good. I think we could say the same thing about a lot of these players. You know, sometimes they ball out, sometimes they're not so hot. So trying to rate a lot of these guys off of one or two games seems kind of unfair. A lot of people do it. Oh, he played like shit in this game, played great in that game. Okay. I mean, I have my good days and my bad days. It's a matter of overall, you know, what has he done? Go back and look at Brick's first two seasons. People couldn't stop, you know, trying to boast him up enough. He was, you know, everybody's favorite. And then you look at the last couple seasons. I mean, I think Mac outperformed him this last year. I know that's not going to score me any points with any Niner fans, but overall, how Mac actually went into the Rams game and played from the pocket in comparison to Brick scrambling around, I'd rather have a quarterback that could play from the pocket, can actually complete passes all the time, on time. So that's kind of a difference for me. Again, this is Eddie D's Niners. This isn't 2026 Niners. This isn't Kyle Shanahan's Niners. This isn't Jed York's Niners. We're talking Eddie D's Niners here with today's football. So that being the fact, would Brock Purdy survive in the 90s NFC? Would any of these quarterbacks survive in the 90s NFC? I mean, Josh Allen is a big guy. He could take some hits. He could throw some hits. Patrick Mahomes is quick. I don't know what his size stature is in the same to like Steve Young. They don't seem like they're very much different from each other. A lot of these guys, though, I honestly don't think that they could take the 90s NFC. I don't think they could stand up against a lot of the O lines and D lines that were going, you know, wrecking crews back then. It was insane football back then in comparison to the soft league we're in now. I know this is today's football, but what I grew up with was just different. Where would you guys actually place Brock Purdy in the listings, though? If those are the top 10, everybody that we've talked about is the top 10. Where does Brock Purdy rank? 11, 12, 15, 18? I'm not even going to put a ranking to him because, in all honesty, I think the guy has some bad plays in the fourth quarter for the last few years. And if you're actually doing a stats versus eye test, I would say that the eye test makes him kind of a failure more often than not. He seems like, you know, he does good for a quarter or two, and then he just shits the bed in the fourth quarter, and it's really awful. I don't know how it's the pressure that stacks up against him or whatever the case may be, but he's just in the fourth quarter hits. It might even be Kyle Shanahan because it seems to be that it's been the Niners for the last 10 years in the fourth quarter just aren't that good. But Brock Purdy seems to be falling in line with that. I hope that's not the case. I hope he improves. I hope he plays amazing this year. I mean, who would I to be any kind of Niner fan to say that, I want Brock Purdy to fail? Not the case. Not even a little bit. If Brock Purdy balled out this year and made me eat my words, I would be a happy, happy 49er fan, and I'd probably buy his jersey. But so far, no good. Now, can we even compare Brock to the 90 standard? Is it just? Is it fair? Is it fair to try to compare, like I said about earlier? Is it fair to try to compare any of these guys to the 90 standard? Probably not. They practice different. They're coached different. I know the league is always evolving. I mean, everything's always evolving, right? The only constant is change in this world. I just don't think that the league in 27, 28, 30 years ago is even close to what it is today in 2026. I guess it's been exactly 30 years since the Niners won a Super Bowl. Do you guys think we're going back to a Super Bowl this year? Do you guys think 30 years later is our year? Do you guys think 2026 is our year? What's up? I want your guys' input. I want your opinion. If you're a Lions fan, tell me what you think about the Lions. If you're a Bears fan, do you love Caleb Williams? Get in here. Let's make this channel pop, guys. I appreciate everybody that is here. I appreciate everybody that likes and subscribes. You guys are awesome. Let's try to grow this thing. I'm looking at houses. I'm going to build myself a little YouTube station. Things are going to get better. I'm going to have the sun behind me out on my property soon. I'm trying to manifest this. I found the most beautiful piece of property yesterday, guys. Absolutely amazing. So hopefully, God points us in the right direction. Hopefully, Kyle Shanahan is a great coach this year. Hopefully, the Niners don't get injured. And I love you guys. I love everybody out there. I hope all you guys that don't like me come on here and talk to me. I hope everybody gets signed up and wants to talk to me. I'll be the next big thing in 49ers. Will be the next big thing in YouTube. I love you guys. Stay fresh. Keep on going. Talk to you later.